humble beginnings in 1898 right here in England, Arkansas, hometown values were important 100 plus years ago. And although the building is a bit different and there's a few more people in it, those same values drive us each and every day. Whether your hometown is Jacksonville, Dallas, New York, Denver, San Diego, Seattle, Dickinson, Daphne, or anywhere in between, we have your hometown branch right around the corner. You're here. Welcome home.
River City Total Maintenance is an air conditioning and heating company in South Louisiana. We've been in business since about 1980. It does start with the people. It starts with wanting to do the right thing the right way. The thing that makes our company different from the rest is our people. Whenever you have us into your home, we're going to treat you like family. We're going to do the things that it takes in order to earn your business on the front end and to deliver on the services that we provide on the back end. Whenever you have a problem, we're going to be there to answer the call. NOLAAC.com is our webpage. We have a lot of information about our company, about the employees of the company, and the services that we provide.
Right now is the time to get the vehicle of your dreams at Courtesy Buick GMC in Lafayette.
New vehicles are arriving daily by the truckload, but they're moving off our lot just as fast.
So stop by or go to courtesyautomotive.com. You can pre-order and secure the exact vehicle that you want.
Right now, get $7,500 off MSRP on a 2021 GMC Sierra or get a 2021 Buick Envision for only $28,988. Discover the experience at Courtesy Buick GMC in Lafayette.
Learn more at glowresources.com. One Team Media.
We showed you what the GOAT was last year when we beat y'all 50-7.
Let's go! One team!
Relax, big boy.
One Team One Podcast. One Team One Podcast.
Team One Podcast?
One Team One Podcast?
Yeah, they did a good job.
Really good job.
Yeah. Why is he so fat?
One Team One Podcast. One Team One Podcast. One Team One Podcast. One Team One Podcast.
That was pretty Jack. Was that you?
That was me.
Episode.
I wasn't.
Yeah. One Team One Podcast, episode 96.
96.
You thought we were having a costume party.
I did. Well, I told everyone to wear a costume, and I'm the only one.
He became the Hogwarts.
No, I'm Jude.
You're Jude the intern.
Look,
he's Jude the intern.
I got my
smoking jacket,
smoker's jacket, which is actually a robe.
Yeah.
Do you like bald people?
Do you have your Kobe's on?
No.
I
should have worn my. Oh, I didn't even think about
that.
Yeah,
you blew it. You blew it.
I did blow it. Can't see my feet on the.
Blew it. We appreciate everybody joining us tonight. Full house tonight. So we have Matt, Zach, Jack, Sam.
Back off protocol.
Yes,
welcome back.
Sam no longer has
off
COVID.
The COVID
yeah,
list.
off the IR.
I miss all of Ole Miss. I mean, the game was terrible, but you guys look like you had fun.
We did have fun. We're going to do a recap of that trip later in the episode. So William is running the board tonight. Oh man, this guy is just multi-talented. The old Willie Betts.
He can also get girls at Ole Miss to chug out of their shoes.
Yeah, he can.
Olympians
to chug.
For that matter. That was impressive.
I thought that was you. I thought I heard.
And then less impressive, he did it himself.
No, that was me.
You in the background.
That was me saying, "Pour it into your shoe."
Oh,
she was like,
you
"What?" Yeah.
For those of you
credit
that
to
don't,
me.
For those of you that don't have TikTok, what I'm talking about is Will got a Olympian. I'm not gonna say her name. No. Olympian to chug her entire drink out of her shoe.
We had to take the video down there.
We had to take
Yeah,
the
we had to
video
take it
down.
down.
We did.
Out of respect for Team USA.
Out of respect for Team USA,
We took it down. Yeah.
A couple of my videos got taken down because
Uh-huh.
apparently Ole Miss people can't wear their, I don't know,
Their letters?
Their letters.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
they
yeah.
can't they can't shout out their
just
stories.
Every video that was
Good.
Got taken
somebody
down.
asked to take it down.
We would have had a
Like,
million views.
Oh, more than that.
Oh, no doubt.
We're getting consent.
More than that.
We're getting consent. When I'm there, we're gonna get consent. I mean, it's gonna
Or
happen.
we're gonna post it immediately after it happens.
Yeah, that's what
That
we
way,
have
by
to
the time they wake up, we'll take
Yeah,
it down.
by the time we take it down, it's already got the views. We're
Right.
good.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so bye week this week for LSU football. So we thought this would be a great time to jump into some college basketball preview talk. Right up William Sherman's
Yes, sir.
alley. So before we do any of that, I want to give a big shout out to a couple of our sponsors. Glow Resources, you're not going to see their information there, William, but Glow Resources, big sponsor of our podcast. I just posted out the Old Fashioned of the Day, sponsored by
I got one.
Glow Resources. Yeah. Oh, I think, does
Show
everybody have a
All 5 of us do.
Everybody
Yeah, yeah,
has
yeah.
an
Everybody
Old
has-
Fashioned.
Everybody has an old
That's
fashioned.
Willie,
on-
show
that is
them-
on brand.
The
Show
Matt
them
Anderson
ours.
famous.
Show our camera.
Here,
William.
here's my old fashioned.
Yeah.
Old Fashioned right here. Yeah, I got mine. I've
The
been
new camera
sipping
set
on
up
mine.
today for the ones and twos.
Oh, look at these boys.
Yeah, look at you. You guys got
Yeah,
We got
they
the
look-
glow fashion of the day.
the Glow Resources Old Fashioned of the Day. I love it.
Are we on the bench right now?
Or-
Yeah,
on
we're
the
just
bench.
On the
Yeah.
bench.
Not
We're
off
sitting
the bench,
side.
on the bench. So appreciate Glow Resources, complete employee solutions at glowresources.com. We appreciate those guys. Also, need to give a big shout out to Bank of England Mortgage. Patrick Michelson's fantastic over there. Any kind of refi or mortgage needs, reach out to Bank of England Mortgage. We appreciate them. All right. So what else? All right. Do we need to get a quick recap of Ole Miss trip before we get into Jake? Because Jake's not here yet. Jake Marsh is going to be joining us, by the way, from Barstool Sports. Pardon my take, but we need to give a quick recap of our RV trip to Ole Miss.
Y'all don't want to talk about the game.
No,
We can avoid that.
Just the RV.
just the RV and the Grove.
I
What about
slept.
the
I
first-
blacked out
I
after
slept-
we went up 7-0.
This
So-
talks about the weekend a lot. I found the blankets on our RV when we were getting off the RV in Baton Rouge.
Yeah.
I
Zach,
slept with curtains as blankets above the driver's seat. Curtains were my blankets.
You were what?
and they
Yeah, I
were,
told
I
you
didn't know
this.
that.
I slept with
Matt,
curtains.
you were so drunk.
they were comfortable, weren't they?
They were actually pretty.
Yeah.
They were
comfortable.
good?
I'm not even mad. It was like they were actually.
You had a
pretty
whole
comfortable.
little space by yourself
I
up
did.
there.
I
Me
did.
and Matt snuggled up.
You
We
deserve it.
did.
Yeah.
Jack sleeps like a brute. Like
You
he's
snore
like,
like a fucking train.
well, I'm old. This is what happens. But you're like sprawled out and like
Yeah. No, this is always been a
elbows in
problem.
my head and stuff.
Yeah, when
like,
I was like little and I'd like sleep in my parents' room or whatever, like they would kick me out. They'd
Yeah,
be
that
like,
was
"No,
rough.
this is too much, bro."
and William, you were our coffee guy.
Yep.
William made the
I was
coffee.
Coffee guy.
Oh,
Zach and I up front, we were quiet as a mouse. No
We were-
snoring.
were you?
No snoring. We're
Nothing.
Just
Y'all should have snuggled up.
Zach was just cuddled up in the curtains, and I was just sleeping. I was just sleeping on the kitchen
Don't-
table.
Did you miss this, Sam? I mean,
Will was what was it? Liquid IV guy and coffee
Yep.
guy. That's
Right.
all that's all Will was. the
Me
whole
and
trip.
Matt had the founder's suite.
mhm.
When
Exactly.
when I was getting texts and videos of you guys Saturday morning, and only being in Baton Rouge for almost a year now, like that's when I knew I probably needed to be the sober guy there.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Yeah, like
You wouldn't have been,
I started getting texts at 10 a.m.
dude.
You guys.
I was blackout before we got to Oxford.
No,
Oh,
he was
he was
blacked
not
out
good.
before we got out of Louisiana.
Well, that was just
Let's clarify that.
Well,
Let's
Jack-
clarify that.
that was just dumb.
We
bro.
brought my friend Michael, and he had this thing of
Pickle vodka.
pickle vodka,
Gross, bro.
and oh my god! And no, it's disgusting, but it was
Grow up.
so easy.
And somehow I became
Grow up.
I
That was
became the driver almost immediately, which made sense because Matt, I can catch up to alcohol consumption faster
Yes.
than Matt could have. So I
Right.
halfway through the drive on the way to Oxford, I took over from Matt. And
Yeah.
then I, once we got there, I had to play catch up, which was fine. It wasn't a big deal. Friday night wasn't the highlight anyway. It was
No.
all about Saturday.
It was Saturday after the game, actually,
Yeah,
right?
Saturday after
Of
the game
course.
got it escalated.
That was a lot more fun.
It was a lot that we could not post. We'll just say that.
No, absolutely. So that was a fun time. So again, we got our ass kicked. So now we're in a bye week.
That first drive, though, Matt. That first drive,
Two
was the
drives.
last drive.
Two drives.
First two drives.
Whoa.
Bad.
So
Three.
we get
I
our
got
ass
three.
kicked at Ole Miss, bye week, and now we have a really easy matchup with Alabama coming up. So I thought this would be a perfect time to talk about college basketball. And that is why we are bringing on none other than the future Jake Marsh. Let's bring him in here, William. What's up, Jake? How you doing, man?
What's up? How you guys doing? Thank you for
Good,
having me
bud.
on once again. I'm glad to be a recurring
Absolutely.
guest on your show now.
Multiple time guest, Jake Marsh. I told somebody the other day, I told somebody today, actually, I said, Jake Marsh is coming on the podcast. And he goes, really? Jake Marsh? I said, yeah, it's his second time on, bro. We're real. We're for real over here, man. So
That's right.
we appreciate you coming on, my friend.
So, Jake, you have to come on every time we ask you now, right?
I guess I'm legally binded to do that now.
We're 2 for 2 on you so far.
Yeah.
So, all right, we wanted to talk a little bit. Obviously, football season is not going great around here, but basketball season still has a ton of optimism for LSU basketball. The first thing, though, that I wanted to talk about was we had a huge injury a couple weeks ago with Adam Miller tearing his ACL. What were your thoughts like? What are your thoughts nationally about LSU, I guess, before the injury and then now after?
Yeah, I mean, Adam Miller, he was a guy on that Illinois team that a lot of people thought could have gone to the Final Four or won it all. So when LSU got him in the transfer portal in the offseason, a lot of people were saying that was a really big get for Will Wade. And then you get the news a couple of weeks ago. It hurts. I mean, there's no other way around it. So you're relying on now a lot more of Darius Days. The 7-footer Efton Reed's coming in. He obviously has high expectations. And Xavier Pinson from Mizzou, too, maybe can help you because he's already an SEC guy. So it's definitely a big hit. I'm not going to lie. But I think there's still definitely a good chance they can make the tournament.
We have a Fred's cam happening right now. We're sponsored by Fred's. I think you were at Fred's the other day, Jake. So, yeah, Fred's cam whenever we get an alcoholic beverage out of the – yeah, okay. So I just don't want you to be shocked at what's going on.
Let's talk about Baton Rouge.
Yeah. So, you were in Baton Rouge.
Show them the producer.
Yeah, 2 weeks ago. First time in the state of Louisiana. First time at Fred's. First time in Baton Rouge. It was an awesome time.
Wait, what game were you there for?
Florida, right?
Florida. Yeah.
Dude, I was there for like 12 hours that day. I had to have ran into you at some point.
No, you were there the night before.
No, I went Saturday night. Yeah.
Dude,
Fred's,
no way
Fred's, you were at Fred's on Saturday night?
Yeah.
How did we not?
How did we not
There were
see
thousands of
you?
people
I
there.
swear to God, Jake, I was there for 12 hours that day.
It was a long fucking day, Jake.
I wasn't there a while. I was probably there an hour. It was probably
Of
like
course
10
you
p.m.
were. Jeez.
How
This
was
guy.
it? How was your time?
Yeah, was it a fun hour?
Yeah, it was a great time. Fred's is definitely one of the craziest college bars I've been to. And it was coming off a big SEC win. So
no, people were
the
hyped up.
vibes were going to
for
be
sure.
good regardless.
Yeah, people were hyped up, and your cover charge. Well, you probably didn't have to pay one, but cover charges at Fred's are very reasonable, whereas cover charges in Ole Miss are not reasonable at all.
Ooh.
That's
Cool.
crazy.
100% worse.
$120 cover charge.
Yep.
For one
100
person?
For
Yep.
one person, yes. Especially if you have an
Well,
LSU shirt on.
Only
What are they
only
serving
project on
there?
purple and gold.
He said, what are they serving there?
Yeah.
Just beer. It's just beer.
It's not sex. I can tell you that, Jake. Just beer. All right. So tell me more about the SEC this year. I know there's a lot of good teams in the SEC. So whenever we saw the SEC, I think preseason conference rankings come out, and LSU was like 5th or 6th. A lot of people here were shocked. But I don't think a lot of people understand how loaded the SEC is on the top of it. We thought we would be like maybe top 3, but there's some other teams in there, and probably a couple of the guys like Arkansas in there. I know y'all are big Musselman guys, right?
Yeah, we're huge Musselman guys. We got to visit both Fayetteville and Tuscaloosa over the summer. But yeah, LSU's number 6 I see in the preseason poll. But yes, like you said, it's a very deep conference this year, as it was last year. I'm looking all the way down to number maybe 8 or 9. Mississippi State at 8, Ole Miss at 9 of teams that can make the tournament. But in terms of the top, Kentucky's supposed to return to Kentucky form, which means, of course, expectations to go to the Final Four. Calipari had one of his worst seasons probably ever last season.
He's washed. He's washed up.
Yeah. But it's kind of weird because they have a weird kind of unusual veteran identity this season, right? Because you're used to seeing guys, 18-year-olds on a turnstile, just a revolving door, there for 8 months and going to the draft. So you have a lot of returnees, and they have 2 5-stars. I think Ty Washington can be one of the best freshmen in the country.
Ty.
Yeah, Ty.
Is that an all name team?
It's certainly up there.
Okay.
Is that TY-TY?
No, it's capital T, lowercase y, capital T, lowercase y.
Wow, just straight up. That's bold.
Yeah. So yeah, they're supposed to win the conference, but it's definitely a small gap. Bama at 2. I know they got their hearts broken to UCLA in one of the best games of the tournament. So they return a decent amount of their guys. Javon Quinterly will lead them. Arkansas is basically just transfer portal U now. They got 6 transfers. Chris Likes from Miami. He's not that big, but he's very athletic and he can sneak by you. So they have a bunch of guys. They still return a good portion of their players. And then you look at Tennessee, Auburn. Tennessee brings back Fulkerson. He got that tough injury against Florida. He got the I think it was a concussion and like a facial fracture. So he's using his COVID year. He'll probably be one of the oldest players in the country.
I can relate.
Hey, Zach Von Rosenberg, oldest player in football last year, if you remember.
Yeah, of course.
I was playing 30.
Yeah,
I think you were on the team when you guys played Syracuse, right?
That's right.
Were you on the team?
No, I wasn't.
Wow.
I wasn't. That was 2015.
You weren't there.
I came in
2016.
2017. We played in 2017.
Oh, that's right.
It was a home and home.
We did.
Home and
You're
home,
right.
yeah,
So I didn't play in 2015. I did play in 2017. You're right. You're correct. Yep.
He doesn't even remember.
Syracuse.
I know.
That's how old he is.
I'm getting dementia already.
Zach, you need ginkgo biloba is what you need.
You're sing from my mind or something. I don't know. Something along those lines.
I was actually saying that he just doesn't remember because Syracuse was non-competition in football.
It was actually a pretty good game.
No, they were.
Yeah, they hung tough. I think in both games. The year that LSU came to Syracuse, the Syracuse punter, they did a fake punt. And he kicked someone on a fake punt.
Yeah, it was like 6-7 at halftime, if I remember right.
Yeah, they were right in that. Anyways, for basketball, Tennessee, Auburn, LSU, Florida, Mississippi State, I think all of those are tournament-worthy teams. So there's going to be a lot of beating each other up, I think, in January and February.
No, I got a question. This is Sam.
Okay, Sam is our producer.
Put the camera on him. Put the camera
on him, and he's
Sam Cam.
He's a Auburn guy.
Yeah, I'm an Auburn guy.
Get a little closer to the mic there.
I'm not really proud of asking.
Sam, get a little
question,
closer to the mic there.
But from what I understand, you're Jewish. Bruce Pearl's Jewish. Tell me why Auburn's going to be really good at basketball this year.
I don't know if there's a little inside joke behind that one, but
Jabari Smith.
Yeah, Jabari Smith.
That's my guy, though. Jabari Smith is my guy. His dad went here.
He plays for Auburn.
I know, but still.
Let Jake talk. Let Jake tell us how good he's going.
Go ahead, Jake.
Also, they get Walker Kessler from North Carolina.
Thank you.
Katie Johnson from Georgia.
Keep going. The kid from Arkansas.
Was their ban just 1 year? Are they done? Are they clear?
We never got banned. There's no such thing as bans.
No, y'all just suck.
I'm pretty sure they had a postseason ban last year.
They had a postseason ban last year. I think they're up now.
Yeah, but we knew we weren't going to make the playoffs. Or the
tournament.
Shut up.
You don't even know what sport we're playing. Give me a break.
You drink that old fashioned really fast.
Mute, Sam. All right.
No, I think they're a team that any given day they can beat Kentucky, Auburn, or Arkansas, Alabama. So I think they'll be a solid tournament. They're maybe like a 60, 70.
Can I say this? Auburn's a team that I never feel comfortable about LSU playing Auburn at Auburn, and it's because they're just going to get so hot from the three, and we're just not going to stop them from they get ridiculously hot sometimes.
It's the same thing with Auburn football. We're a momentum team both ways. I mean, we are a momentum. We're a momentum.
That's fair. And you always got the assistant coach, of The Bachelor.
The
finalists,
Auburn
right?
fandom's getting in the way here.
The Auburn,
the rose-colored Auburn glasses are
the
hurting-
orange and
are hurting
navy blue
Sam.
glasses are hurting him right now.
We're going to be
Yeah.
better than LSU this year.
Okay, we got a couple questions already for you here, Jake. So go up to it doesn't matter which one you start with.
No, take
ask-
that one off. No.
Oh no, we're not showing that one.
We're not saying that
All
one.
right,
Alex.
Chris asked Jake, "What's the over/under on how many dudes get teabagged under the
Wow.
rim by Darius Days this season?"
How is this a lighter
how
question
many-
than the other one?
Yeah, what is our
That's
over/under?
not much worse.
I don't know about an over/under,
They're all
but I
bad.
think if he's doing some good things under the rim, that probably means LSU's winning a good amount of games. So I guess
Would you consider a teabag good under the rim?
I mean, I think that's unless they call it charge, which I feel like there's a decent chance.
Oh, that is good.
It
Yeah,
sounds like I think if I'm reading into this correctly, I think he means that he's hanging on the rim and then teabagging someone who's standing underneath him.
yeah.
Yeah, he's
That
just
sounds
got to
like-
make sure the defender is inside the restriction area, so he gets
Which would
the
be
and one.
That sounds like a technical foul.
Sounds like
to
a
me.
tech.
Right, exactly. All right, Craig Dugas, my guy in the chat, he loves basketball. Ask Jake, is it possible for Frank Williams Wade? It's Frank William Wade, I believe. No, it is Williams. You're right. Frank Williams Wade to take over coaching duties for Ed Shrimp Boat Captain O and basically pull double duty with football and basketball.
You know, I actually ran into Coach Wade when I was on campus a few weeks
Oh,
ago.
yeah.
I
Okay.
saw him on the sidelines. He was scouting out the football team, so maybe he's getting
He's
ready
looking
for a
for a
double
guy.
duty.
He's looking for a guy to like come off the bench, you think?
How much money?
Yeah,
did he get?
maybe an Adam Miller replacement. I
That's
don't know.
exactly, yeah.
All right. So how much time did you spend with Will Wade? Any at all?
Probably 38 seconds.
Okay.
Wow.
Did he-
That's my football number. Let's go.
William, what's the
go.
William, what's the longest conversation you've ever had with Will Wade?
Probably like 39 seconds.
Good answer.
Give
That's
or
a good
take.
answer.
No tip though.
Yeah, no tip.
No tip.
He's it's a tough tip situation with Will Wade. All right, so yeah, go ahead.
So Jake, real quick about Will Wade. So in those 38 seconds you talked with him, did you like get any like mafia mob vibes with him? Like, do you think he's involved with anything sketchy?
No, I just reintroduced myself because he came on our podcast, the Bench Mob, last season. So I went up to him and I said, "Hey, Jake Barstool, we're on a podcast." He said, "How's it going?" I said, "Good. You ready for the season?" He's like, "Yeah, we're excited." And that was pretty much it.
That was it. Did you feel like you should have had a little bit more reaction out of Will Wade because of him coming on your show?
No, he's like I saw the light bulb go off in his head, if that makes sense.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Okay, good. That is good. That is good.
You remembered me. Yeah.
Do you feel like if it was Marty Mush, he would have freaked out a little bit more?
I don't know if Marty Mush's New York accent is allowed in the state of Louisiana.
That's good.
The real question is, Jake, when are you going to come with us on a game day trip?
Yes.
It's just let's hypothetically say Tuscaloosa, Alabama.
Yeah, you didn't.
Hypothetically, next week.
I don't know if you've seen our TikTok, but
kinda-
we do a lot of funny shit.
You didn't tweet me back either.
Kind of blowing up.
I'm not a TikTok person. I'm sorry.
I know.
I would love to join you guys for a game.
Well,
You guys
no.
have any games up in the Northeast?
No,
I don't think so.
No,
Sadly, no.
we
No,
play
I
real
don't-
football down here.
I don't know. What about like the what's the bowl in Yankee Stadium? You know?
Oh, the
I mean,
Pinstripe
whatever-
Bowl?
Pinstripe Bowl?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's ACC
We're not-
Big Ten.
Yeah.
Is it SEC?
ACC Big Ten.
ACC. Okay.
We're not going to a bowl game anyway.
We're not going to the bowl game this year.
Yeah,
What do you mean? Louisiana, Monroe, and Arkansas. 6 wins.
All right, so
Dang.
if
There
we
you
go,
go.
if we go to the Popeyes Bahamas
an
Bowl,
No, he was
do
basically.
you want to come to the Bahamas with us?
Bahama
the
Bowl?
Bahamas Bowl?
I think those are smaller conferences too.
Yeah,
Okay.
no,
Yeah, but that doesn't answer the question.
It'd be LSU. It'd be LSU, Western Kentucky, or something like that.
If only you guys could play or were eligible for the Barstool Arizona Bowl, but that's the MAC in the Mountain West.
Oh shit! I forgot.
We
about
missed
that.
out.
So that's going to be streamed
Wait.
on Barstool, correct?
Do you know?
Yes.
Do you know the date of this? Or like, are you actually going to cover that game because of the stool streams and everything?
I've not been told anything,
Oh,
but
you
if I was asked to call the game or help cover it, I would love to. But I've not.
That would be awesome.
Could I be your color?
I think. Yeah, I don't know the details, but I think
no. Just say
yeah.
no, Jake. No.
Who
I
would
really wish
naturally
you
be
would've
your
said no.
color guy on like a football game or something like that? Who you
I don't
think-
know the specifics, but I'm sure Big Cat and Dave will be heavily involved.
Okay.
Is Big Cat gonna get down to weight?
Yeah, so there's, if anyone's seen on Twitter, I think there's talks of Big Cat, like either, I don't know if it was pregame or halftime,
jumping out of a plane?
doing
Right?
skydiving and like
Yeah.
bringing the ball onto the field. I don't know, but I think he said the diet starts Monday, so he'll have
So-
the game's on New Year's Eve, so he'll have like 2 months to get it.
What weight does he have to get down to?
220. I think he has to lose like 20 pounds. I listen all the time, so yeah.
All right. Well, me and Big Cat need to be on the same diet because we need to get to the same weight.
Is Big Cat 240?
Intermittent fasting.
I don't know.
He's taller though.
Wow,
Yeah.
true.
So.
Man.
All right. So, all right, we got a couple of other things that we want to talk about. All right, tell me about. Do you have like a preseason kind of like top 10, Final Four? What are y'all doing right now for the bench mob? Are y'all?
Yeah,
kinda
so we're
going
still
over that
going
now?
through our conference picks.
Okay.
So I haven't thought big picture yet. We did our SEC picks actually on our show today, SEC and Big Ten. We each went around the room and picked our conference champion, player of the year, coach of the year.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, I didn't say anything about LSU. I had,
Damn. What about
I
all?
can,
Did you-
Marty Mush has Auburn to win the conference.
Let's go.
No way.
Marty,
Get
Mush.
out of
Sam,
here.
Sam, that's
Come
not, that's, Sam,
on.
that's not a good thing.
That's a joke. That
me
means
and-
y'all losing.
Yeah,
Me and
you
Marty.
fade Marty. Fade Marty.
No,
Yeah.
take Marty.
Usually that works out well. So not a bad strategy.
I just see so many like memes of Marty just being like so upset when he's watching his bets play out.
With a parrot.
Yeah.
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 Big pick.
Go
Well,
ahead.
what do you think for SEC, Jake? I mean,
I had
you're gonna
Kentucky
say
winning it.
Arkansas.
Yeah,
I had
Kentucky.
Kentucky.
Oh.
Yeah, I think they're going to
honestly
back
agree with
back.
that. I like
Coach of
that.
the year?
I like that sentiment.
Coach of the year, I had Nate Oates.
Okay. Also,
And
chalk.
player of the year, I had Colin Castleton from Florida.
Wow. Is he a
Who?
freshman?
No, he's
No, I think he's a senior now. Maybe a
He's
junior.
got like that like long like draft neck
Yes.
guy. That
Yes.
he's like
He's-
super
I think
pale guy.
I
Number
don't
two,
even know
number
who he
24.
is.
Maybe I
I
don't
think he's
know.
number
I forget what
24.
number he is, but you described him correctly.
Yeah. He's like 7'3" or some shit.
Dude, he's got an
Yeah.
Adam's apple that pokes out.
Yeah.
What-
You're
what-
thinking the right guy.
What do you think about LSU and how like what do they need to do to like win the SEC and like make a long turning run?
Cheat.
So I was reading the Blue Ribbon yearbook earlier this week, which is basically just like a cheat sheet encyclopedia.
I read it yesterday too.
Yeah. So basically, what Will Wade told
I'm just
them. Oh. It's a popular book. You got me there. So basically, LSU made it to the second round of the tournament, right? And they lost to Michigan because Hunter Dickinson of Michigan basically just went to work against LSU. So
Yeah.
Will Wade
I don't
told
remember.
Blue Ribbon that he needs a guy similar to Hunter Dickinson to make a deep run. And I think that's where the Efton Reed addition came in. He's a 7-footer.
Yep.
So I think the addition of that presence down low will be very big for them.
Yeah.
They've proven they can win a tournament game without a 7-footer down low, and now they have Efton Reed, who is the number 4 center in the class. So maybe
Yeah,
that's
so
the key.
a couple of things that I'd always thought about for the last couple of years was with Darius Days in particular. And Days was always forced to play down low, like in a 4 position. I think this year is finally the year that they have a couple of bigs. They have Efton Reed and they have Tari Eason as like a 5 and a 4 to allow Darius Days to kind of like play that 3, but not have to like play perfect defense because he's not a great defender at the 3, obviously. He's a bigger guy, but he can shoot out there. And they've never had any rim protection the last couple of years with Emmett Williams or Darius Days. So that's what we were really excited about was getting that rim protection back, kind of like how we had with Bigby Williams and Naz Reid a few years ago. Felt like that made a big difference for us, but that Adam Miller injury, that it's still kind of like putting everybody just. I think he was going to be our leading scorer.
I think he was going to be our best player.
Yeah,
that's how I felt.
Yeah.
No, there's certainly a chance of that. But I think you should be excited about the Xavier Pinson edition, too. I'm looking at his numbers now. He balled out at Mizzou. Mizzou was the tournament team, too. He dropped double digits in the majority of their games. So he's going to have to step up a lot more, though.
I hope you post confidently on Twitter all the time about sports betting because I'm going to bet whatever you say to bet this basketball season.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not a gambler. That's Marty and Rico's lane. But
No, just say what you need to say.
Yeah, just
Zach
say,
will bet.
I will
for
bet.
you.
I will bet.
Okay.
For you. I just want to hear what you have to say.
Yeah.
Because I already know that you're like far along in this shit.
And should I follow?
I love college basketball, but I don't know the in depths of college basketball like you do. I'm a baseball football guy.
And if I had to tail one, should I tail Marty or should I tail Rico?
Rico, it's no doubt.
Not even close, right?
Jake's thinking about this.
I feel like
this answer holds a lot of weight.
Both of them, I don't think win often, but I don't know.
Oh, God.
It's basically, do you want to get your heart broken or did you want to get your heart broken?
Oh no,
Jake,
Yeah.
I got a question for you, and this might be more personal, I guess, a little bit deeper. But I've
Deeper than the Jew question?
I've been a AWL for a little bit, and like I guess, how do you vibe with you being in that environment where it's like different than like what you grew up as, but you're still yourself? Like. Do you want to talk about that? You can just say stupid question, asshole, move on. But
No, not stupid at all. I think what you said is basically the solution, which is being myself. Like I like being this like nerdy sports fan that likes like the weirdest things in sports. I like when a scoregami happens. I like
Scoregami. You had one a couple weeks ago, right?
Jake, you
Or a
got
week
me
ago.
into scoregami, man.
This past week?
Yeah, we had back-to-back weeks. So like little things like that.
31-5.
Yeah, 31-5. And then I think the Rams and Giants was 38-11 2 weeks ago. But like little things like that, I think will make the dynamic of the podcast work, because obviously Big Cat and PFT and Billy, like they're not thinking like I am, because I'm the nerdy, weird stat kind of guy, and they're obviously great at what they think and do. So I think just like the opposite personalities come together.
I love how they call it gommies. They don't even call it scoregami now. They just call it gommies.
I wouldn't call yourself. I wouldn't call yourself weird.
Honestly, who wants to be normal? Why do you want to be normal?
Exactly.
I'd rather be weird than be normal. Who wants to be normal?
Yeah,
that's boring as shit.
Normal is weird.
Yeah. All right. Question in
Weird
the
is
chat.
the new normal.
Ask Jake. You starting an NBA franchise with Juwan Man or Ben Simmons? It's a serious question.
I mean, Ben Simmons, you can't really trust him right now.
So you're gonna go with Juwan Man? Okay.
I'll be honest, I don't know who that is. Who is that?
Juwan Man? Oh,
yeah.
Who's Juwan Man? I actually don't know.
Juwan Man was the man who dressed up like a woman and played basketball. It was a movie.
It's a Wayne's.
It's a lifetime.
It is
the Wayne's.
God, I see it now.
Yeah, it was one of the Wayne's movies.
Yeah.
He brought
his girl flowers.
No. But anyway, Jake goes with Juwan Man. So let's move on to the next question.
Yeah.
We do have a segment for you, Jake. We're looking forward to this segment. All right,
Wait,
you have
there's
to
a
be.
video.
Well, dude, we need to be honest with you though. Like you've got it. You just tell us whatever you're thinking on this, okay?
No,
and
he's so down the middle. He's
not going to do it.
Upset anybody.
Okay, well, we're going to try it anyway.
No bullshit.
This is
he's
called
weird. He's going to have
clean or dirty.
There we go.
All right.
Okay.
Clean or dirty. We're going to go through different options with you.
We want
and
opinions.
we want to find out if they're clean or dirty. Okay.
Yeah.
Duke basketball. Clean or dirty?
Dirty.
Yes, let's go, Jake. Let's go.
Keep going.
Gonzaga basketball. Clean or dirty?
Clean.
Yeah.
Bullshit.
They're not
DUI
quite,
says
but they're
differently.
cleaner than Duke.
Are they
All
going to
right,
be
next one? Bruce Pearl and Auburn basketball.
I mean, they were banned last season for a reason.
Yeah,
Dirty.
You're damn
Dirty.
right, because we're good.
Dirty.
I would get dirty.
Next one.
I don't
Marty Mush. Clean or
Oh,
dirty?
easily dirty. Are you kidding me?
I love it.
Rico Bosco. Clean or dirty?
I'm a rider, so I have to say clean. Or else they'll
There we go. There we go.
That was it. Clean or dirty? We appreciate that. All right, so let's go over your. Have y'all come out with your Final Four yet? Not yet.
Not yet, no. But I did say I. This is very chalky. I think Gonzaga is the favorite to win it all again.
Let's talk about
But
that
who
new-
knows?
Gonzaga good?
Yeah, well, let's talk about the new guy that came in, Chet Holmgren.
Chet Holmgren, yeah.
Oh my God.
I
this
mean,
guy.
At this point,
they
like
need
it's hard to back Gonzaga because they have expectations to win it all every year, and they never do,
Mm-hmm.
or at least recently. So I don't know. I know they're the favorite to win it all, but I think he's going to be really good. He'll obviously be a one and done player. The number one.
I'm sorry. Number one guys in the country going to Gonzaga, and you're saying they're clean? Give me a break. That's what. This is what LSU people are like really upset about. Like, obviously, Will Wade's getting all the heat all the time, and he's very, I guess, abrasive. I guess with the way he's doing things, but this is why we're like, come on, give me a break. Like everybody's doing this stuff, right?
Probably in one form or another.
Dickie V is the one that's always on this, but
well, the NIL is going to do a lot for college basketball.
Yeah, tell me about that. What do you think? We haven't experienced NIL for basketball season yet, so what are you thinking for that, and how is it going to help?
I think it's going to be great. I mean, these players. I know one of our closest friends on the podcast is Jordan Bohannon from Iowa, and he's been very outspoken about this issue since day one. So he's actually using his COVID year. So I think it's his 5th or 6th year, and he's going to take advantage of it. So I know they had the whole like strike or whatever when they were in the tournament bubble, right? When they were complaining about like what they were getting, and there was the whole issue of the women's weight room versus the men's weight room. So it's just like another building block for like the equality of what the student athletes deserve because they bust their butt every day and they get paid before this. So
right, we haven't talked about doing an NIL deal with an athlete, like a basketball player
game.
yet.
Yeah.
We've talked about it for football, and football is just I don't know. There's a lot of guys, obviously, but
Who do you think some of the bigger NIL guys are going to be in basketball?
Kind of like a Bryce Young for Alabama was like the big deal, obviously, because he's an Alabama.
Yeah. I don't know exactly. I just assume the bigger the prospect or like the better the team, like the more eyeballs you have. It's all about eyeballs.
One and dones, right?
Who even are those guys though? Like I don't even. I really
maybe
don't even
like
know who's going to be.
Maybe
good
like
this year.
Chet Holmgren or like Paolo Banchero who's going to Duke.
Okay.
Guys like that. I know Hunter Dickinson's very popular on the Michigan campus.
Yeah.
So maybe him. But
Who's the guy I said at Auburn?
Who's the Auburn guy again?
What do you mean? You're
You're
an Auburn guy.
Thank you, Jabari Smith. Thank you. I forgot for a second. I knew you would know, Jake.
Jake, do you know the Jabari Smith situation with LSU? I feel like I need to educate everybody in this room right now.
No, did he commit there at first or
No.
something?
Well, Jabari Smith, the guy that's at Auburn,
Yeah,
Jabari Smith is
I know
dad
him, Matt. I know
is
him,
Jabari
Matt.
Smith Sr. Jabari Smith Sr. played at LSU when I was in school.
Early 2000s. Is that right?
Yeah, and he was a 7-foot center, but he did a couple of behind the back dunks on people that went viral. And
too.
now his son is playing at Auburn, which kills me and crushes my soul. So I feel like I need to tell everybody
I did not
the
realize
history
that was
of
his
Jabari
son.
Smith. Yes.
I
So
did
I'm
not
very
realize that.
upset to know that he's
Interesting.
at Alabama. At
Well,
Auburn.
I guarantee you they have that storyline graphic ready to go and they play.
I'm
each
sure
other.
they do. Somebody's going to grab that clip.
Oh,
yeah,
they're
doing
hammer
it
that.
behind the back.
Did y'all know that Kramer's mom?
Yeah,
is,
right.
Kim Mulkey.
Yeah. Anyway, inside joke. Jake, tell us about. I know you said Gonzaga. What other teams are we going to be looking for like maybe a deep run that you're high on?
Give us the FGCU team. Who's that this year?
Oh, so the mid-major
Yes. Give us that team.
Cinderella.
Yes.
UAB. Come on.
I mean, biased. It's Vermont.
Yes, let's go.
I
Hey, what's
was on
Vermont
that
looking like
podcast.
this year?
They're going to be great. I think they should win the America East Conference.
You and Ryan
like
Russillo,
every year.
man.
Auto bid, baby.
You and Ryan Russillo for sure.
Yeah, but no, it's a smaller school that I think can really make a deep run. I guess it's not too small of a conference, but the Atlantic 10, St. Bonaventure.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah,
They're always hanging around the tournament conversation. I'm pretty sure they're ranked in the preseason poll. I got to double check, but
Dude, I
they
love
just
A10
bring back a bunch of veterans. So
Yeah.
A10 basketball is tough. That's a tough conference.
They're so good. I feel like there's so many good coaches in that conference.
yeah, 100%. I know St. Louis's best player though just got announced he was out for the year, which is tough. But
That's tough.
yeah,
Yeah, it's brutal.
Tell me about why UAB is going to be good this year.
Oh God, here we go. He
UAB. I'll be honest. I haven't done any research on UAB.
Thank you,
Kennedy.
Yeah, thank you, Jake.
Yeah, Andy Kennedy. I've heard he's got a great personality. We're trying to get
Keep going. Tell me more.
That's all I know.
That's what they say about ugly girls, Jake.
Jake, if you were a betting man, who will win the Wooden Award this year and why?
Chet Holmgren.
Chet's the safest pick. Maybe him or Drew Timme. They're on the same team, obviously.
I love me some Drew Timme, man.
Kofi Coburn. I don't know what the odds are. I think he came back to Illinois.
Yeah,
we tried to get him. We tried to get him over here.
Yeah,
Really? Yeah, so I think maybe one of those guys.
We tried to throw him a couple $100,000 and he didn't take it.
We gave him a strong ass offer.
Yeah.
All right, so I think one of the things that I want to talk about was the kind of like what we were just talking about, money flowing around here with recruits.
Yeah, it's going to level the playing field a little bit. Because beforehand,
and I think the NIL is gonna help a lot with this. But the whole like looking at certain teams like LSU, Oklahoma State, Arizona, and not looking at the teams like Duke, North Carolina, and Kansas that have been doing the same thing forever. What are y'all talking about with this? Like on like some of y'all's podcasts, are y'all bringing this up and kind of like talking about the big landscape of college basketball? Because we get kind of pissed off in Baton Rouge about this.
Just about like the cheating and the money and all that.
People are looking at LSU as we're doing something wrong when everybody else is doing the same thing.
We're late to the game.
We're just trying to compete in the same landscape.
Right.
Yeah, I think maybe it's just like a publicity thing. Like they made an HBO documentary on the LSU happenings, right? So like things like that. It's just like which schools get the magnifying glass and which don't.
Yeah, and I'm just worried about some like say LSU, and then we're not because they don't have anything on us. But like if we got hammered, how unfair is that LSU gets hammered, but then like Duke obviously paid Zion Williamson a lot of money to go to Duke, right? Like I think everybody that has common sense knows that, right?
Man, that's such a hot take.
No, he wanted to go there. He from that part of the country.
His shoe broke.
right.
The Nike shoe broke. Leave it alone, man.
It was a Paul George 3.
I just wanted to know what y'all's opinion was on this nationally and like understanding that it's a big joke, right?
Yeah, I mean the NCAA is the NCAA. I think a lot of people have exposed their issues. I saw one. I think it was Bob Huggins who said one day he wants to see like the power schools like just branch off from the NCAA and make their own tournament. I think that would be a terrible thing for the sport because, we were talking about earlier, the Cinderellas are what make the sport.
I agree.
So, but in terms of the money, it's tough.
I like it for football because you don't have a 64-team playoff. But like for basketball,
it makes sense.
Yeah, it makes sense for basketball to have these lower level teams. I mean that's so exciting.
We would love to sign an NIL deal with a Vermont basketball player though.
Yeah, we could do that. Yeah,
that would be great.
Who's y'all's best player? We'll sign him.
Yeah, tell me their roster real quick.
Yeah, so the best player on the team last year was Ryan Davis. You know what's actually funny?
Done.
The COVID year.
What does he want?
Vermont was supposed to come to Baton Rouge, and they canceled non-conference play.
Soft.
Wow.
Lame. Very lame. Very, very
Will
lame.
Wade will play anybody anywhere. I'm just telling you that right now, Jake.
He'll play you in a cornfield.
Right.
Are you guys going to have Will Wade back on the show soon? Or
at some point during the season for sure. Yeah. What's the marquee non-conference games? I saw you guys are in a tournament maybe?
No idea.
It's either Oregon State or Wake Forest in one of the tournaments, and then we're playing Penn State.
I remember that one.
I think it's in Atlanta,
Look at
maybe.
Will, the basketball guy.
I think we do have a game.
I'm looking now. Liberty at home will be tough. Liberty at home, that'll be a good game.
Like every year.
Liberty at home will be a wash.
Belmont at home is going to be a good game.
Who's at home? I'm sorry?
Belmont.
They're good. Yeah,
I
Belmont's
like
always.
Jake, you got to pick a game and come down for the basketball. You got to
How
pick
is the
one.
basketball vibe there? Is it even close to football? Or
Confirm SEC. SEC
it's
game.
not close to football, but it gets rowdy like once we have a good record.
Are they winning? Are they winning?
LSU fans require winning basketball to attend.
No, put it on
Yes,
me. Put
correct.
it on me.
If we're 15-1, come to a game.
The women's soccer game was sold out, Jake. It
Was
would
it?
not, and I love when
He pulled his microphone away.
if it's winning in Baton Rouge, people will show up. But right when it
That is
starts to
true.
downtick,
Yeah, I
people
agree.
don't come anymore.
That
Like
is true.
football this year. I mean, I love football. I love LSU football, but y'all see it. You know,
The upper deck was empty. For the Florida game.
LSU is big on Will Wade. I can tell you that. The whole community is big on Will Wade. I was going to ask you if Bruce Pearl had a broken arm, do you think that Will Wade could beat Bruce
Jewish.
Pearl in a fight?
If Bruce Pearl had a broken arm,
Yeah.
why not just straight up?
Is Will Wade taller?
Will's taller.
Will's
Yeah, Will's
definitely
taller.
taller. He's got the reach, no doubt.
No doubt.
yeah, but Bruce is scrappy as a
Bruce
mug.
Yeah, Bruce
Yeah,
is
but he's
definitely a
one
more
off.
animated guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bruce is about that life. I'll tell you that right now.
He would
Yeah.
be so red.
Oh, I know.
That little Italian.
He'd be so
Yeah.
orange and red.
He'll
Yeah.
definitely sweat
Shirt
more.
would be off. Shirt would be off. For
Look
sure.
how he didn't
Yeah.
pick one.
I do
You
think-
see
I
him
do
just
think
sitting
Will
back.
Wade-
He didn't pick one. I know.
I know.
Jake-
He hates to pick a side.
Jake's a professional.
I don't think Will Wade cheats,
Yeah.
but I do think Will Wade has killed someone before. I think there's definitely a chance of that.
All right, Jake, can
That's
we
a
get you
take.
down
We're just gonna
for an LSU basketball game?
Yeah, I would love to come. I would love to come with the whole bench mob crew. We'll have to see.
Absolutely. You know Will Wade.
Oh
Come
man,
on.
if you did that, we would
Shit.
toast the town.
Hell,
I'm
I'm
sorry.
coming with you
I read
once
the
you know
question.
Will Wade.
I
Yeah.
read the most recent
All right,
question.
so here's a question. I may pay a very small amount of money to see Kim Mulkey fight Jake Marsh in a Barstool bar room.
Jake, you better come out with some fire here.
You versus Kim Mulkey, who wins?
I mean, I'm not gonna. You can't hit a woman. It's not the right thing to do. So.
That's a great answer.
Here's
what a
question.
guy.
Wait,
What
wait,
a guy.
One last question. Could you
What a
beat
guy.
Kim Mulkey one-on-one in basketball?
Probably not.
I keep challenging her on Twitter.
I would
She
get
doesn't-
gassed out
You're a
very
bas-
quickly.
You're a basketball guy, Jake. You're a basketball guy.
What, Jake,
All
what
right.
is your game? Like what? Like
Tennis.
when
Yeah,
you
tell
play,
me about
like,
your
what is-
game. Yeah.
Like what? Like your basketball game? Like, what
Baseline
is-
corner jumpers.
Nice.
Okay. You just sit there
Like
the whole
Chris
time.
Bosh. Chris Bosh.
Okay,
Or the
Chris
elbow.
You're a 3-and-D guy.
Yeah.
I assume you don't look
basically
like a
try to
tennis
go back
player.
and forth.
Okay.
Long rebounds. I know that game, Jake. Yeah.
Oh,
Try
yeah.
really hard on
Long-
defense. Shoot it when you're open. Yeah, I know that game.
Sam, that's definitely
Yeah.
your game.
Immediately pass it when you get the ball. Yeah.
That's
Yep.
you, sir.
Sam, that's your personality.
Yeah,
That's you right
I'm
here. Yeah,
describing myself, Jake.
yeah
I
that's
don't wanna put
completely
that on
Sam,
you.
not you, Jake. Jake, we appreciate it, my friend. We'll have you back on during basketball season. I wanted to get you on for a few minutes before the season, and maybe we can even get you and Rico on, or a couple other guys
yeah.
at,
No,
at the
Matt,
same time.
he was halfway to book another plane ticket to Baton Rouge.
No, yeah.
The
I mean,
Bahama. The
He's gonna
Bahama
meet us.
Coastal
He's gonna meet us
fans.
in Tuscaloosa in 10 days.
Oh, you're right. You're
10
right.
days.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Nice.
We'll
We
do
got an
that instead.
RV and a place to stay and all
All
the
right.
alcohol you can drink.
Jake, are
Jake.
y'all recording another part of my take tonight, or is it?
Yep.
when y'all
Tonight
doing
we're watching the Thursday night game now. Then we're gonna record the podcast.
Is there
that? Awesome. Okay.
Jake, real quick before we let you go, what is your favorite part about Baton Rouge?
Honestly, just
Potholes.
seeing Tiger Stadium was pretty cool. I was really hoping we get the night game, because I know that's what you guys are known for down there. So
Yep.
I was bummed out when it was a nooner, but the game definitely lived up to it. So it was great.
Awesome.
No, it's one of the better games I've watched.
Wait,
for sure.
I might be pushing it, but Jake, is there any way we could get you to like maybe say a phrase in tonight's part of my take that we know
We'll
you're
know
talking
that
about
you're talking about
us?
us.
You are doing Firefest, right? Firefest is that Friday? Is Firefest Friday?
Yeah, it is. I will say this though, a little behind the scenes. We did
Already
record the end of the show
Already recorded, yeah.
You already, yeah, gotcha.
Those fucking
Yeah.
Barstool.
What LSU players
Oh.
playing?
Are there any? There's got to be some, right?
Wait for tonight.
Tonight,
We got the
okay.
Cardinals,
Packers, Cardinals.
the Packers. I don't think you got
Yeah.
anybody for the Packers. Yeah, no,
Nobody
I don't
for the
think-
Cardinals.
none for
anybody.
the for the.
It used to be Patrick Peterson for the Cardinals, but
Yeah,
he's
is,
not
does
anymore,
Rashard Lawrence
yeah.
still play there?
Ooh, good question.
Rashard Lawrence, I'm not sure.
Rashard Lawrence, I think.
Jake, let's do one more thing before we wrap it up. I want you to, if I can, get you to say, this is Jake Marsh with this is Jake Marsh. I've been drinking. This is Jake Marsh with Barstool Sports. You're listening to One Team One Podcast. Can you do that?
Yeah, of course. This is Jake Marsh with Barstool Sports. You are listening to the One Team One Podcast.
Perfect, my friend. Thank you so much for joining us, Jake. We're going to get you back on for basketball season whenever it starts up. We appreciate you for joining us again, okay, buddy?
Awesome. Thank you, guys. Have a great night and rest of the
friend.
weekend. Had fun.
All right, bud.
Thank you, Jake.
See ya.
What a guy.
All right, before the next segment, wanted to talk about anybody need to go to the bathroom while I do this?
Kim Mulkey might beat my ass in a boxing match. Are you kidding me?
Dude,
Bro, Kim Mulkey. I honestly
she's rough,
don't know. Honestly,
She looks scrappy as fuck.
She does.
I would beat her one-on-one in basketball.
Oh,
You
come
would.
on.
You would.
I would. I would.
Yeah. I mean, you're a foot taller than her.
If I had
Outweigh
a
her
week
by
to
100 pounds.
shake the rust off and everything, I would win that game.
I have a feeling.
If I didn't, it would be real close.
I want to
She'd
get
probably win. She would probably win.
Sharif O'Neal
What, William?
against you.
Say, wait. No, William has something to say. Go. I'm trying to get a reaction by this, so I want to hear
Keep
the
going.
reaction.
I'm gonna take a break. Y'all keep going. Talk.
All
right. Take a break.
Without a week of preparation, without a week of stretching and shit like that, you wouldn't stand a chance, man.
You're probably right.
No.
No, you're probably right. No, she would win if I had no time to prepare for it.
If it's make it, take it.
I'm not that good.
No, if it's make it, take it, and you don't have any time to prepare,
I'm not getting stopped.
dude. She's gonna eat your lunch, man.
Yeah, dude, she'd cross the shit out of me.
How pissed would you be if she just stuffed your shit right in the face?
Ooh, that would be a tough one. No. If she blocked my shot, the game's over.
You're just quit. You're walking off the court.
I
It's
would
over with.
leave. I would shake her hand. I would say, "Thank you for joining me. This is One Team One Podcast."
Can I meet
Logging out.
Kramer? Shake your hand.
Yeah.
No, but Jack, you're a good player.
Wait, how would you do?
Against Kim Mulkey?
Yeah.
No rest.
No rest.
I mean, like no stretching, no preparation.
Nothing.
She just came to me and said, "Hey, you want to play one-on-one?"
Yeah.
It would be fun. It would
Such
be fun.
a stupid conversation.
No, Matt, there's a lot going
No,
on.
this isn't. I've been thinking about this for a while.
You've DM'd her? You said?
I have not DM'd her.
No,
I've quote tweeted her before, and
She doesn't
she
check her
still never
Twitter.
answers. Yeah, you're probably right.
No,
but I
but-
just want somebody to get in touch with her, help me out. If anybody's listening and knows Kim Mulkey personally, just let her know. Hey, there's a guy that wants to play you one-on-one.
Right.
No, we
No
gotta get
stakes
this on
involved.
video.
We just want to get like a little litmus test.
Yeah.
Little
That would be
one-on-one litmus test.
That would be a great video.
Wait.
I was thinking Sharif O'Neal versus you, Jack.
No, what I
Sharif
think
O'Neal?
would happen.
He's not
One-on-one.
scoring a point.
With
Jack isn't scoring a point.
Jack is not scoring a point.
Yeah.
I'm not going to score.
You're not going to score on
What are we
Sharif
playing to?
O'Neal.
What
You're
are we
not
playing to?
scoring.
11? We'll play to 11.
11, you're not
Jack,
scoring a point.
Ones and twos?
You and Sharif could play to 4,000. You wouldn't score a point.
I would score.
What
I would
about
score.
what about Jack and Sam, myself, one-on-one or 2-on-1 versus Sharif?
I mean, y'all still
Wait,
lose,
wait, wait.
but y'all
We
at
got
least
that.
score.
What's the
There
teams?
you
What's
go.
the teams? What's
It's
the
You at
me-
least
me and
score.
You and
Sam
Jack
versus-
versus Sharif?
Yeah.
Somebody
All
can
right,
get
4,000 to 3.
Somebody
That
can
was
get
my
hot.
guess.
No, me and Sam win that game.
Oh my
No,
god.
me and Sam win that game. I've never even seen
Here we
Sam
go.
play, but I just
Okay,
Sam's got that scrappiness about him. We're not calling fouls out
Shar-
here.
Sharif and Kim Mulkey versus me and Jack.
That's an
I
L.
think we lose.
We've
I
taken
think
we've taken this
That-
way too far.
You're going to get alley-oops
Okay,
all
that's
day
an
long.
That's an L.
Is Kramer the ref?
Kramer's
If
the
Kramer
ref.
if Kramer's the ref, I got to give it to you guys.
we would get beat. We would get beat.
Okay, so we appreciate Jake Marsh for joining us.
We should have some sort of
Barstool
like
Sports.
round robin, like
Of-
the six of us that are in One Team One podcast, and do some sort of round robin, like 2-on-2 tournament.
How are you playing, Zach? Are you,
He's 6'5".
I'm 6'5", so I can at least.
You're big for
I
nothing.
can at least
Oh,
get
I'm
rebounds. I'm a rebound guy.
I'm guarding that
Rebound
guy.
motherfucker.
Big
rebound
I'm
guy.
boxing
I'm
your
bo-
ass out.
No,
Look at me in
bullshit.
the eyes. I'm boxing your ass out.
230 pounds.
I don't give a shit,
boxing
bro.
the shit
I fucking,
out of
I'll take your ass out of the
Oh,
lane.
somebody
so
said ask
fast.
CVR. What happened?
Yeah,
Ask
At
CVR.
CVR.
Oh,
Yes,
Jesus, this
CVR.
again.
And do
like
not
that.
ask Matt how
Oh,
much
yeah.
money has Damone Clark made for himself in the last few games. What a contender.
Dude,
Do not ask Matt. What is that
Yeah,
all about?
what does that mean, Alex? But anyway,
means
no,
I love
I-
Damone
Hold
Clark.
on.
I
Hold on.
100%.
This was Ask CVR. Go ahead.
I
Go ahead.
100% agree with you. He has made some money in the last couple of weeks. He has turned into a player that is in the backfield regularly, making solo tackles constantly. He did that at Ole Miss multiple times. I don't know how many tackles for loss he had, but he was stopping people in the tracks. It reminded me a little bit against Ole Miss of Devin White. And not that he made
I got some
a huge,
Patrick Queen vibes. But, it's pretty much the
exactly.
same
Not that
thing.
he had that much of a huge role in the game. He got blown out a little bit. However, Damone Clark showed up and he showed that he is a NFL caliber linebacker. 100%.
So you tweeted something out today, right? So
I did tweet that, didn't I?
What did you say?
I said, is Damone Clark? I don't know. I didn't even check to see if anybody.
People were commenting on
Okay,
it.
did-
It
did
was
they?
a firestorm. Of
I
comments.
tweeted that while I was driving, and then I completely forgot that I tweeted it until you said it just now.
That's dangerous.
Yeah.
Is Damone Clark a first round?
I mean, I tweeted that before I started driving.
I bet he ends up in a second.
If the cops are listening. But yeah, I don't know. Like, he has 100 tackles right now.
He does. It's outrageous. He's going
Wait,
wild.
so he leads the NCAA, correct?
He's on pace to finish
I
with
think-
150 tackles.
Yeah, he's going to have 150 tackles this season.
That's what he's on pace for. at
Oh,
least.
it's shocking. LSU has a first round linebacker. Who would
Yeah,
have thought?
okay. No,
Who would have
but-
thought? Oh,
no,
wow.
But that's not.
linebacker.
He's going to
Sam,
be late.
that's-
He'll be late first, early second. That's
But
what
that's not the shocking part. The shocking part is last year, Damone Clark, everyone said Damone Clark fucking sucks.
True.
That's what everyone was saying last year. And people
Don't
were still saying
believe
it.
it.
People were still
Idiots.
saying it at the beginning of this year, even when he had like fucking 15 tackles against UCLA.
Mm-hmm. There's there's 15 downfield.
Yeah.
15 tackles downfield.
He's
But then I saw a Cody Worsham tweet today. 51 of his 100 tackles are within 5 yards of the line of scrimmage.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's not like all these tackles are downfield. I mean, a lot of them are downfield, but he still has
Well, I-
51 within 5
I mean,
yards.
The difference has got to be Bo Pelini to
Durante.
Durante Jones,
Right.
Well,
And I
or
think-
Blake Baker.
In my opinion, Damone is acting on instincts much better this season
Yeah.
than last season. Last season,
Flat-footed
I don't
a little bit.
want to say he was hesitant last year, but
Yeah.
he wasn't playing confidently. Whereas this year,
He's got a quick
he is
twitch.
exactly. As soon as he makes a read, he goes with his gut and he pursues the ball.
We talked about that a lot last year. He was
He's
still
tackling the-
flat-footed,
exactly.
in his head a little bit
Him
before
and
this,
Jabril
before
Cox.
the everybody's looking around.
Yep.
You saw that a little bit with UCLA, but not so much since.
No, fuck no.
But yeah, you did have a lot of people. Somebody said,
Sorry for the F-bombs.
watch this be the first time the Saints draft an LSU linebacker.
It might be. I mean, he looks good. I mean, if he has 150 tackles, it's gonna be hard. The Saints, I don't know what they're gonna finish, but they're gonna be
Dude,
right in the range of.
Speaking of,
drafting
I
him.
mean, this is gonna be quick because we're not a Saints podcast, but Demario Davis might be the best linebacker in the league.
He's looking
Absolutely.
like the defensive player of the
Holy
year.
shit!
True.
I mean, he's
Absolutely.
so good.
Very true.
He's really good.
He is. He's everywhere.
instincts, off the charts.
Yeah, I mean, he straight up won us the Seattle game.
yeah.
Just now.
It was literally
Yep.
56 and 41 that won us that
Mhm.
game.
Yeah, you're
One
right.
like 100%.
So going back to linebacker play for LSU,
Sure.
there was one that we noticed for Ole Miss that he got just a little bit of playing time, but we were like, "Who the fuck was that?" Greg
Oh,
Penn.
yeah.
Greg Penn the third.
Yeah,
Is it the third?
I think so. I think that's right.
That sounds
And
right.
we were like, "Who is that?" And it was all 30, and he looks like
Yeah.
jacked,
Mm-hmm.
like quick,
Fast
30
strong.
30, bad number.
And
I feel
then
like 30 is always a walk on.
Well, and then yeah.
Yeah.
Well, then I heard I think it was Ogeron talking about in the press conference that we're going to get on a lot more snaps coming up, especially because they're shorthanded. It sounds like, but man, that's a guy that's like been waiting to see somebody like him come out, and all of a sudden he looks like a dude. So
Yeah.
I know we have a lot of those guys on the bench that we just haven't seen a lot yet.
Game-changing player.
Yes.
Game-changing talent.
What
for
do you
sure.
what do you think about? And we're kind of switching gears here, but what do you think about like the lack of numbers that we have going into Alabama here and this week for the off week?
You know, I think they've been pressing a little bit. You know, obviously, I've said this before on this podcast, but Tuesday practices are harder than the game, and Coach O would attest to that, and players would attest to that. And it just sounds like those Tuesday hard practices have caught up to us a little bit. We've had too many guys go down on Tuesday with random injuries.
Yeah,
and it's you know, it's the nature of the sport. If you're going to practice hard, you're gonna have a lot more guys go down.
Right.
And at LSU, when you're gonna, you know, you're risking it all to be better, because Tuesdays, like I said, it's the peak of the week in terms of difficulty, and you're gonna have 4 days until Saturday after that. to be healthy, but it just sounds like we've had too many of those lingering injuries. Maybe ankle, knee, shoulder, whatever it may be. Guys having lingering injuries leading into Saturday, which then leads to a more major injury, and that's the biggest issue we've had this year, in my opinion.
So we're completely like shells this week? Is that right?
I think so. I think they've completely shut down. Like
no
padded,
full.
Yeah, no full pads.
Jeez.
I'm pretty sure.
You ever happened to you while you were there?
That did not happen to me a single time when I was at LSU. I mean, we had, don't get me wrong, we like in 2019, leading the Oklahoma game, I think we didn't even have a full padded practice, but we were running on such high cylinder, it didn't matter. We didn't need guys were formed. We had Patrick Queen. We had so many first round draft picks and so many guys that were doing their job. You didn't really need 13 games into the season. You don't need practice on tackling, and you don't need that game feel. You just need guys flying around in practice, pursuing the ball, and that's what we kind of did. And I don't even know. I think we might have had one the entire time leading up to the Clemson game. We might have had one full padded practice because it seemed like the MO was everybody's going to stay healthy,
right?
And that was the biggest thing. And I wish I could recall, but I'm pretty sure we did not have a practice that was similar to a competition Tuesday leading up to the Clemson game. And we also practiced like 4 times less than them or 3 times less than them. And it was 4 or 5 times less than Oklahoma. So we had way more off days, and that's why we were so fresh.
I remember Clyde was hurt going into the Oklahoma game. That's a big deal.
Yep.
He still trucked the guy though.
He did. He did.
What are your thoughts on people saying that? All right, we're so low on numbers after everything that's happened with Ogeron being announced that he's not going to come back, that we should just go ahead and like cut ties with Ogeron now.
I mean, if you're trying to just throw in the towel in the season, that's what you do. Like if you just don't want to win another game, that's what you do. Because why would you if you're amicable with your head coach, why do you want to just nix him and get him out the picture in the first place? You want a national championship for you. Why wouldn't you let him sail into the sunsets in a sense?
Right.
Because you have the routine of Coach O being the coach. You have the routine. The players know him. They know with the structure of everything that's going to happen at practice and how the week's going to look. But why would you want him out totally if you're going? That essentially tells me you're throwing in the towel.
Yeah.
I'm not saying Mickey Joseph isn't capable. I'm not saying even Kevin Falk. I don't know who the interim would be. I would assume it'd be Mickey Joseph.
Yeah,
right.
And with Mickey a head coach, I think you're fine. However, why would you throw him into a situation where you're going to get the same practice, but you're just changing figureheads and that's it?
Yeah.
It just doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me.
You're taking a step down. Right, I'm not necessarily a step down, but like Coach O is there, and the team knows. Like you don't. Why would you take Coach O out of the picture when he's there, being able to do?
And you're putting Mickey in a position that he's never been in before.
Right,
that's the biggest issue. He's never been a head coach. I'm not saying he's not capable, and Mickey would agree with me. It's just you're putting him in a position that's set up for failure in a sense. He's in a disadvantage. You got to play Alabama in 10 days.
Yeah.
You want to put Mickey Joseph as a head coach to play his first game against Alabama?
Right.
And I get it. Maybe after Alabama, you make a change. I don't know. But what I'm getting at is you're putting him, a guy who I respect a lot. I love Mickey. However, you're putting him in a very disadvantaged situation with no head coaching experience.
Yeah.
And you're basically throwing in the towel saying, okay, we're just going to take a bunch of L's the rest of the season.
I think the other aspect of the Ogeron staying on, I mean, in my opinion, they should have cut ties with Ogeron and put an interim in place. But now that that's not happened, obviously I don't like going back on what you decided to do, which was keep him there.
Right.
But my question was more about recruiting. Like what is he going in there and telling people? Like I get that he's a big LSU guy. No doubt.
I'm gonna tell you right now. I'll tell you on the we're on the podcast, whatever, how many people are listening, I don't know. But 3 people are safe for sure. Kevin Falk, Mickey Joseph, and Corey Raymond. That's it. That's the only people that are safe. So I would imagine, I would love to be in the facility because I wish I could have came back for one more year. However, I can imagine there's a lot of uncertainty walking in that building. You don't know who your coach is going to be in your position room. I'm not saying there's animosity or whatever, but a lot of people are walking into a facility not knowing they have a job in 3 months, not even 2. What is it? October. So 2 months, essentially, you have a lot of people uncertain about their career and essentially applying for other jobs. So that environment is going to be tough to prepare for games. And that's why I said you don't really want to cut ties with Coach O because in an environment that's already so difficult to prepare for the next step, why would you cut ties with the guy who's going to kind of at least for the season, keep everything together.
But what I will say about Coach O being in this environment is that he loves LSU and he knows what LSU is capable of, and he is fully behind what LSU is and what LSU can be as a football program.
Sam's cut off, by the way.
You're struggling through this.
Sam's cut off.
Okay.
Sam is like what Matt is normally.
You're right. No, you're right.
My old fashioned was too strong for Sam.
Oh no! I saw you pour his drink. Man, that was strong.
Yeah,
that was
I housed
strong.
it. Okay, well, that's fine. That's fine. I'm done.
I don't want Sam to be done.
Hey, I'll take an L.
This is what I sound like normally, I think.
No,
and I'm good right now.
Yeah, you're good. You're good.
Okay.
Well,
Sam, not
boy.
good.
Sam,
Auburn, not good.
Hey, we got an ask for a Jude check. Jude's not here, but I
Jude
don't know.
check.
I don't know if
Jude's
you've
not here.
noticed, but I am dressed identical to the way Jude dressed.
Jude is taking a class
Happy Halloween.
to help with economics, right?
This is how you feel.
No,
or accounting
accounting
class.
Yeah.
Because I thought I was on to something. I thought I was fucking on one
honestly,
there,
like,
boy. I thought I was on one.
You were on to
Honestly, I
something.
didn't even
and
listen
then-
to
You're
a
on
word
alcohol.
you said. No,
You're on some alcohol. That's what you're on.
William took the mic. William just took the mic back.
Sam's mic privileges are cut off. He can't seem to find the letters L and S. So
Sam's COVID took him out.
Maybe Sam doesn't need to come to us with at the Alabama game. Maybe
No, I need Sam there.
yeah. I need Auburn Sam
Yes.
at Alabama.
Sam needs to come and he has to wear all Auburn shit.
Yeah.
You just got to fucking you just got to go all the way. You got to go all the way.
Yeah.
Yes.
Austin says, I thought it was
and
Jude.
I want Sam to interview people too.
Jack, I thought it was Jude, but the physique wasn't quite to his excellence.
I think that's a compliment. I think
That's great. I love that. All right, so Alabama coming up. Thoughts?
Who gives a fuck?
Let's go
2:30 game, hopefully.
Let's go 40,
at least.
45.
Dude, I hope it's 11 a.m.
Alabama.
so I can I can just knock it out the way.
Yeah, but if we're gonna go, I'd
No.
rather
Oh
be
yeah.
2:30.
Oh yeah.
if we go, I hope it's a 6 p.m.
No,
Yeah,
it's
me
not.
too.
It's
No,
gonna be
it's
either
gonna be
11 or
No.
2:30.
No. 6 p.m. was an option.
Was
It
it
was
really?
Yeah.
11, 2:30, or 6
Yeah.
p.m.
What we need from
6
the chat,
p.m. ESPN.
Yeah.
what we need from the chat or Twitter is questions to ask Alabama fans,
Yes.
Alabama
girls,
fans.
frat boys, whatever. We
Yeah.
need questions in the chat to ask.
We had a
them.
few chats not chats, but comments on Twitter last week that we actually ended up asking.
No,
That's
we're gonna
true, we did.
we're gonna send out a tweet that says, "What should we ask Alabama students at game day?"
Mm-hmm.
And we're gonna need everybody's input.
You
Yes.
have a good one, I'm sure.
Sam, I want
Sam,
to
taking the chat back.
No, I don't. Just the Glow Resources chat.
The Glow Resources.
The Glow Resources.
This is
chat.
the Glow Resources
Glow
chat.
Resources chat.
Thank
yeah.
you. Appreciate that. All right,
Clean or
take it back.
dirty. Clean or dirty. Brought to you by Relief Pools.
Clean or Dirty was brought to you by Relief Pools. We appreciate that. So it's the Glow Resources chat, glowresources.com. We appreciate them. All right, a couple other sponsors we need to talk about.
Let's talk about Courtesy Automotive Group.
Courtesy. Yeah, love Courtesy. Brandon Lejean over at Courtesy Automotive Group is fantastic. Follow him on Facebook if you can, and look for my post because I'll tag him on Facebook. You can follow him there. Also, River City's Total Maintenance in New Orleans. So Lucas Ragusa over at River City's Total Maintenance is fantastic.
Should I do the River City recap?
Sure, go
something
ahead.
we've been talking about?
Yeah.
Okay, so
I'd love to hear it.
River City recap right now. Auburn,
Get it together.
Auburn is playing LS or fuck. Okay,
Take it.
You got
take
this,
it.
Sam. You got
dirty.
this.
No. Just stop. LSU's off. River City total maintenance recap. LSU's
All right, Sam's
off.
staying here tonight. He's sleeping here tonight.
Ole Miss is playing at Auburn. Georgia is playing Florida in Jacksonville.
Is this a recap or just like who's playing this weekend?
This is really a recap.
Pre-cap.
It's a pre-cap.
Fuck.
Yeah.
You guys, I've tried so hard.
All right, take it back.
We're about to
Thank you.
have to shut down the
All right,
podcast so I can
so
hold Sam's hair back.
That was
Do we have any scores right now?
so that was the River City's Total Maintenance pre-cap brought to you by
River City's Total Maintenance.
brought to you by River City's Total Maintenance. We're gonna give
the pre-cap.
we're gonna give you guys some live scores here. Coastal Carolina looks really good against Troy. It's 21-14, almost
All right.
halftime. South Florida 14-6. They're up.
I need East
looking at a
Carolina there.
field goal.
Okay, so let's wrap it up here, guys. I think it's time. I think Summer's got some chicken noodle soup for Sam.
Brought to you by Costco.
Brought to you by Bank of England Mortgage.
I'm not gonna lie, Dad. I love you if you're listening, but I was in the bathroom a second ago. It's like, boy, I probably shouldn't be talking out loud in public. Huh?
Okay, all right. Take it back from Sam. All right, we appreciate Sam's dad for joining us tonight.
Is your dad listening? Watching?
You think he's listening?
No, my dad's asleep.
Okay.
Does your dad listen to the podcast?
He'll listen back. He'll listen back to the recording.
Does your dad live in Birmingham?
No.
Yeah.
All right.
We need a Birmingham trip.
This has been great.
Yeah. This
is a lot of fun. I love bye week, by the way, because there's no pressure.
No pressure.
Auburn pick 'em.
All we
All right, Auburn. For you,
Auburn,
Sam.
Ole Miss. Let's
Auburn,
go.
Ole Miss at Auburn. What's the time of the game?
6.
Don't have to shout it.
Just because you're drunk, I'm picking Ole
6?
Miss.
Yeah.
I was going to
All
pick
right,
Auburn because
it's
you're
6
hammered.
o'clock.
I'm picking Ole Miss.
All right, let's go. Go ahead. You first.
Auburn, Ole Miss.
Yes. Score.
So I'm gonna say Ole Miss 31, Auburn 29.
Okay. No. You can't do
That's
that.
a cover.
Leave it alone.
Where the
Stop.
where
Don't
the where
touch
the mommies at?
Where the mommy's at?
Where fucking mommy's
Jack.
at? The
Check
hose
her
is
out.
for the boys, and it's like that.
That's a TikTok reference.
TikTok. Go
delete-
follow us on TikTok.
We deleted that video.
TikTok
but-
deleted scenes.
Yep.
Yeah, I have Ole Miss actually. I think plus 2.5, but I'll take. I just want Sam to get hyped. I'll take Auburn 31-30.
31-30 Auburn.
Nah, it's an ass whooping because Sam's drunk. It's 45-31 Ole Miss.
Oh,
I gotta
oh,
cut.
whoa, whoa,
Ole
whoa, whoa.
Miss.
All right, I also like Ole Miss. And I'm gonna say 38-27 Ole Miss.
I want to say this about Ole Miss real quick.
Yes.
A lot of racist students.
Wow.
Okay. Easy.
And there's a lot of people who, whenever we record them while they're drunk, once they
Yes.
get sober, they think consequences don't matter,
This is
and
true.
they think they
This
can.
is
They
true.
think they
Yeah.
can, that we can delete everything we've ever
Nah,
fucking posted.
Go to hell. Ole
Yes.
So yeah, go to hell, Ole Miss is right.
We charged one of them.
We did.
We extorted one of
Yeah.
them.
They may have threatened to sue us.
It was our first NFT deal of all time.
Give me a score prediction. That's all you can do.
Score prediction. I'm gonna say Auburn ends up with 38. Ole Miss gets at 27. 38,
Explanation.
My score.
Wait,
that was my score, but the
what-
opposite.
Wait, how do you think the game goes though? Like just like the flow of the game.
No, don't do that.
I
How
think
does the
it's
flow of the throw up in the toilet later?
I think
No,
it's
that's
gonna
not
be. I think it's gonna be Auburn first 3 quarters. Ole Miss puts up a couple of touchdowns in the fourth. And
Oh, so they backdoor at the end and kind of like make it close.
it's an ass whooping.
Oh,
no.
Ooh, ouch.
Oh,
I don't
that's
know
all
if
I'm gonna
this-
say about that.
All right. We appreciate
'Cause
everybody
I'm-
for joining us tonight.
Yeah, you guys got
College
me all
basketball
It's
preview.
all
Go
I
follow
have to
Jake Marsh. We appreciate him for joining us tonight. We're
At PMT.
PMT Sports Biz.
Yeah.
That's right. PMT Sports Biz. So and Sam nailed that one. You saw that. You
did.
you were impressed.
He's
Mad
sober.
props.
Exactly. We
Man.
appreciate him for joining us.
Sam, highlight of the night.
It was great.
I shouldn't have stood up.
This
we
is-
got chicken noodle soup waiting for us.
This is
I
Sam's
thought-
coming
I
out
think
party.
that I feel like that's gonna be perfect for you right now, Sam. We appreciate everybody again. It has been One Team One Podcast.
Logan out.